racy photographs of her are splashed all over the web. But in person, Helen Su definitely comes across as more than a mere sex siren. Yes, the 29-year-old Chinese-American once made a living posing in lingerie, dancing in motor shows, and test driving new car models in nothing but a tiny bikini. But she's now ready to put all that glamour behind and bring her first business idea to fruition. And well, she has chosen to start right here in Singapore. The ballet-trained model from Colorado now conducts barre classes, something new to many of us.
It is a little bit of yoga, it is a little bit of Pilates, and it also is a little bit of ballet. But at the same time, barre is its own category, and the best way to explain it is that it is a high-intensity, low-impact class, and we exhaust each muscle group until its shaky point. That way it creates a long, lean dancer's body, which is what we're trying to achieve here.
Get to know more about Helen, her modeling days, her struggle with body image, her fresh start in Singapore, and the love of her life, all in this episode of R.age.
I love you so.
So Helen, great to have you with us.
Oh, thank you very much.
Right. So tell us about your childhood.
Well, basically I grew up in Denver, Colorado. I was a pretty active kid. I always played a lot of sports. I did cheerleading, I danced, I played tennis. I've always been very active ever since I was little, so that's why I'm doing body barre now, I guess.
Born in Vietnam and raised in America, Helen stayed with her parents in Colorado until she decided to give modeling a shot in Los Angeles in 2003.
Well, ever since I was young, actually, I wanted to model. I know that sounds pretty cheesy, but yes, it was my childhood dream. I wanted to be famous. So I moved to LA when I was, I believe, 20 years old. Scared my parents like crazy because they had no idea why I was moving. And to be honest, I had to fib a little bit and said that I was going to school there, which I did get accepted to school, but I wanted to go to school in California because I wanted to do the modeling. So I picked up my bags and I left, and honestly it was one of the scariest things I've ever done. If you've ever been to LA before, everyone in LA is an aspiring actor, actress, model. So to really, get into the industry, it took a lot of work and just being very persistent, yeah.
Right. So how did you get your first job in LA?
My first job, I can't even remember what it is at this point. It paid me almost nothing to do because nobody knew who I was, and because there's so many beautiful women.
But things got better when Helen landed a job with the popular US car show Hot Import Nights and started touring the world with the show, including 3 visits to Singapore from 2007 to 2009, whereby she was paid 2,200 Singapore dollars each day for flaunting her curves.
So have you always looked this good, or is only after your body barre regime?
No, actually the funny thing is when I was younger, I wasn't fat, but I was a chubby kid. I was probably about 25 pounds bigger. I was, not confident at all. I hated the way I looked. When I looked in the mirror, I despised it. And, unfortunately, Chinese people are very honest, and they, would tell me that I was fat all the time, that I shouldn't be eating so much, and I actually became anorexic for, a good year and a half, and I probably like 135, 140, and then I dropped to 80 pounds. The funny thing is I would still look in the mirror and still think that I was fat. But everyone around me would tell me that I looked disgusting because I was so skinny. But anyways, long story short, I finally had to snap out of it. I couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't not eat. And I know that sounds cheesy, but that's why I also really love what I do, because I want to help, women figure out the right way to lose weight. And, for me, I've just done things the wrong way so many times that I know that this is the right way.
Helen professes to be the first to introduce barre to Singapore, and a certified instructor to Raise TV. She has so far coached more than 60 women and a handful of men in this ballet-based exercise regime. But we wonder why she chose to start her business here rather than in bigger cities like Hong Kong, Shanghai or Tokyo. Catch the next part for more.